If you're in here for the first time, if you're new to this group, let me welcome you to the Life Beyond Weight Loss. And I truly mean that this is life beyond weight loss. What happens in this group is I do come in live and do live trainings every week to help you take that one step forward towards your health and fitness journey. And I keep sharing some good content in terms of tips, tricks, and certain things that I feel can help you achieve your goal. And as part of that, one of the things that I keep talking about is mindset. And people have to ask me, like, what mindset has to do with health and fitness? Isn't it about exercise and diet? Now, I can talk about it for hours and give you some gyan, but then I thought, let rather me telling you, let me invite somebody who's aced this way of living, aced the way of putting fitness into the mindset and how she's actually done it. So let me invite Sonia to this live session. You should be able to see her already live over here. So hey
Hi,
Sonia, thank you so much
hi,
for
coach.
joining in.
And thank you so much for such a wonderful introduction. I don't know about acing, but yeah, probably yes, I'm definitely progressing. Yeah,
Hmm.
all credit goes to you because you have been coaching, and yeah, thank you so much for putting me, live to share my experiences, my learning, and like always you say, right? This is one way I thought of celebrating my wins, to share and yeah.
Absolutely. Glad to have you here. Thank you so much for taking time out. And before
Thank
I go further, if you are watching this live or if you're watching this as a recording, if you have questions about anything that we are discussing, put it in the comment below. I'll be more than happy to answer that. And before we wind up today's session with Sonia, we're going to be here for roughly about 30 minutes. And we will, if you have questions for Sonia, put it out there in the comment. I will see to it that, she answers that. So
you.
let me introduce Sonia to you. Like a lot of people, when they start fitness journey, they say, oh, I have this. And today I'm talking to Sonia. I'm going to ask her to share her journey, share her progress, and all of this. But before that, let me tell you who she is. Right? She is mother of two twin toddlers. Okay, she takes care of house, she takes care of kids, and still she's able. I would say she's able. Like everybody is in a way able, but she decided and she worked on making fitness and health as priority in her life. So we will talk about other things later, but let me ask you, Sonia, in these you know the journey, what is the result that you have achieved? Where do you see, how is life right now for you?
Oh yeah, definitely. Right now, to say in simple words, my health and fitness is a lot more simpler. It was too much hodgepodge and complicated, and a lot of clarity in terms of what I eat is made of. Really helped me to choose because. Like already in the introduction, you said being a mom of toddler, I didn't have much choice to prepare something, a so-called superfood, or go out have a special workout routine, which was not possible for me. So all I had was whatever was available at home, whatever is prepared for the family, I had to make best use of it. So right now, with all that, the coaching which I have done under you, I take 100% responsibility.
Mhm.
Chaos and unpredictability is a part of my life that I've accepted. So even among that, I do what best I can, starting from the Fit Life boot camp where I got to learn about eating slowly, eating when I am hungry. I don't hold my toddlers responsible. They're sleeping, so gobble up theirs. I take 100% responsibility. I don't blame the situation. I don't blame the people, functions, or whatever, stress, anything. I just I try to be as mindful as possible. What is best that I can do? Sometimes, yes, it's not that, to people who are watching, I don't do 100% fit life thing always. There are days when I think I just can't do anything. The least I
Mhm,
can do is I do that.
mhm,
And I it is more of a progressive. I was not this person either. It used to be like I will do 100%, perfection or nothing. If I can't do 100%, I will not do it at all.
mhm,
But I think this fit life helped me a lot in getting into that, what do I say, the wellness dial. You can understand what I'm talking about.
mhm,
So I adjust like a dial. I can't be at max, I can't be at min.
mhm,
What is that I can do? So, and the lot of clarity what I got, to achieve my goals. It was way I realized that there's a lot more to health and fitness beyond this weight.
mhm,
We overlook the energy levels or the girth measurements, and I think you did a wonderful job taking step by step. I think I was one of the five luckiest five who became a part of Fit Life Mastery, and that was amazing because I didn't start somewhere at personal coaching. I started with boot camp. I got that foundation, and I liked it because what really helped me was that uh, eating what we normally eat, simple things, doable rather than complicated. Then I progressed to Fit Life system, where it helped me a lot understanding what are carbs, what ideally my plate should have. And yeah, gradually I progressed to mastery, where you help me understand to achieve my goals, to increase my energy levels, and slowly progress to weight and other fitness goals. So how to adjust to my needs, and like we all know, knowing better helps us to do better. So this clarity helped me to not only help myself but be a better decision maker in terms of family ka health and fitness. I don't succumb to any of the market, any of the marketing, all that 0% trans fat. It doesn't matter to me. Simple. You help me uh, make decision making a lot more simpler. I ask one question to myself always, whether I can do it consistently. Is it sustainable to me? I do it, be it in terms of workout or eating. I
mhm,
don't. I don't go by that superfood, or I am a typical Kannadiga, that
mhm,
I think, in the layman's language, that rice kind of people. So
mhm,
just nothing special, but there's a lot we can do knowing what we know, doing the simple things, everyday things, nothing special. Because somehow, I,
mhm.
at least by my experience, health and fitness has always been complicated, something, you have to do extra. And, it's not for us normal people. You have to put in a lot. Where can I do? So I
Got
think,
it.
more than you took me through that, slowly my mindset changed, which helped me to use the skill sets and the tools which you provide to all of us in this family. So I think, that mindset change was a huge thing for me.
Got it. Thank you. So what I summarize and I understand from that is one thing that you took, and I can like I've seen you, over a period of like almost what 8 9 months that it's been
Yes.
since I've seen you, is take the responsibility and not complain or blame on situation, circumstances, parties. And I think one of the things that we worked upon, or during the time that we worked upon, was lockdowns and COVID
Yes.
times and all of these. So there was like you know no complaints about, oh, there is lockdown, oh, there is COVID, oh, there is this, I can't do it. So one thing what I learned about mindset, and if for viewers, for you to summarize and understand, this is one, it's about taking responsibility of what you can do in what circumstances. Okay, so that's number one. Second thing is what you talked about is the difference between all or nothing versus adjusting the dial, right? So either I work out or I don't. And I'm going to talk about it a little more with you. Is like, I
Sure.
know you had injury, right? You had an injury where your movement was completely, stopped. And that was the time you could give up on everything. We'll talk about it, but you did not. And then you
Yes,
did something very, very good with that. So all or nothing versus deciding and looking at what can I do versus what is the best possible option out there, right? The
right.
best possible option is could be, doing 2000 burpees, but if you can't do it, it doesn't, help
Yes.
you. So that's the second thing. The the third thing that I get is, you kept things simple, ridiculously simple, I would say, rather than, you know, trying to reinvent the wheel. Like, you're a Kannadiga. I live in Bangalore, and we all have our staple foods and, rice
Okay.
and sambar and all these things that we eat on daily basis. And you continue to eat the same thing during this process. Yes, you made
Yes, nothing
changes,
special. Yeah.
but you didn't have to prepare and cook special food for yourself. Is that correct?
I don't remember doing it even a single day. Even if I wanted to, I didn't have that, probably
Mhm,
1 or 2 days, other people, my other family members helped me. But that was not sustainable because, all of us at home, lot of,
mhm,
toddlers at home.
mhm,
So I mean, it's the usual routine food. Yeah,
mhm.
that's where, that portion regulation is where you help me a lot. That's what helped me. Though it was
Got
the same thing special, but yes,
Yeah,
how much? Yeah,
got it. And the last thing that I got from the discussion that we had is it did not happen overnight. It
definitely
had
not.
to, you got to learn, implement, learn, implement, and go step by step. Is that correct?
Yes, yes, very much. Because I'm sure you'll remember how many days I came back to you saying, how can I cannot compromise on my energy levels. I have to be energetic if I have to keep up with all, my daughters at home all the time. And my diet predominantly, as already mentioned, the rice kind of people. So it was more carbohydrate dense. I
Mhm,
felt I needed this much to work or, to maintain my sanity throughout the day.
mhm,
So it was, what do I say? I mean, yeah, it we assume that we need this much portion to, to stay, to be able to do our daily chores or whatever work it is.
mhm,
So it took me a lot. I had to, my body didn't get used to it. I did feel little, that discomfort little. Probably it was here. i
mhm,
I had to, take it one step at a time, and that's where you helped me. I did get overwhelmed, when I was like,
mhm,
I had to reduce my carbs this much. And then you made it simple. We went step by step, we targeted one, we went with proteins and then carbs and then fats, then veggies. Veggies wasn't an issue for me since before, but the
mhm,
issue was with the carbs. So,
mhm,
you helped me regulate to reduce the carbs. I had to increase my proteins, and I'm a vegetarian. I eat egg. I'm not a non-vegetarian. So it's like, okay, how many options do I have for proteins? And I can't prepare this or I can't prepare that. That's why you actually helped me. Okay, with all that unpredictability and chaos, which is a part of my usual days, how can I meet it? How can I meet them? So that planning and preparation, there are few things I prepare and keep,
mhm,
and I keep it handy. I can't, if not consistently, but I try to do it as much as possible. So definitely it didn't happen in a span of a day or a span of 30 days. So all these months I've worked towards it. And yeah, I would like to even mention about the restrictive eating which I'd done earlier, because
mhm,
then I wasn't clear rice is a carb, yeah, but I thought, okay, I had to lose weight, so I will stop eating rice for a stay. Like you mentioned, Kannadiga staple food with rice. I went zero rice, but I think people can imagine what happened. 1 week I went, but then I doubled up my quantity, so it didn't help. So slowly I had to cut down on my carbs portion, include proteins, slowly increase the proteins, different portions, and I had big time misconceptions about what for me paneer was fat, pure fat, a strict no to it. So, and I had like, okay, paneer. So what are the options? I always had that vegetarians have very less options. That's where you help me understand what are the options, what is doable for me. That was very helpful, because we it's easy to get the sources, but what works for me is where you played a huge role, and how could I make it to supplement all that sources in the database what you provided. That okay, that helped me to be clear as to, okay, what are the good carbs, what are medium carbs, what I can do, what is that works for me. So it happened gradually. Definitely it didn't happen overnight. Yes, planning played a lot of important role in it contributed significantly to where I am now. It's a
Okay.
work in progress. It will always be a work in progress. Yes.
Got it. Yeah. So let's, and another thing what I understand is just knowing this is carb, this is protein wasn't enough for you to just get the results. Making it work for you is what changed, for you,
True.
and that's what gave you results. And the other thing that you mentioned was about planning and preparing. Okay, again, this is about mindset of how planned, how prepared you are, because as you said, chaos and unpredictability are part of life. Like if you have kids, you have office, you have COVID lockdowns, things will happen which we can't control, but how prepared we are is what changes. So
True.
this is what I call it as mindsets. It's not actually about the food, it's about how you are looking at food and your fitness journey, how you're thinking about it. That is mindset. Now let me ask you, like, all these things are fine, but what result have you got
Oh yeah.
in last nine
I
months
yes, of course. Uh, it had been quite some time. My weighing scale never budged. Of
Mm-hmm.
course, it was moving, but in the upward direction, never in the downward direction. I it uh, I used to be active. Like, I did try a lot of different types of workouts, but I think the equation, calorie in was in and versus the calorie out, that was like highly imbalanced. And that is what. So I got into a lot of restrictive eating. Anything works for someone, I would try out, and it 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 just didn't help me in any way, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And even different types of workouts, it was not as well planned, as well customized, I would say, to my, because each of our body is unique, it is different. Somebody else, what works for others will not work for me. So there had a lot of planning was done, a lot of customizations was done, and this is where I would like to emphasize that that coaching will always be needed. We it's we take coaching things, be it professional or personal development, and there is no scarcity of information. That is the issue now. We have too much of information and we get pulled in so many directions. Even I did get pulled. I
Mm-hmm.
tried a lot, and I think post delivery, the few kilos I lost, and after that, it wasn't like, even after trying multiple things, it didn't. It wasn't sustainable. I would always come back to square one.
Mm-hmm.
So that made me realize that, okay, it's not just weight loss. Whatever weight loss I achieve has to be sustainable.
Mhm.
Doing things, whatever we do, whatever workout, whatever we eat, it has to be sustainable. And that is where fit life helped me a lot to
Mhm.
uh, be clear, and help me to become a better decision maker, not just get carried off with multiple things.
Got it. So how much weight did you lose? Did you check? Did you really count?
Oh yeah, we kept track. Initially, I think I started off Fit Life with the energy, with the goal of increasing my energy levels, because with just climbing few flight of stairs, I would start panting, and when my toddlers were like, "Mama tired, Mama tired," it was funny, but somewhere I thought it was funny. But you helped me figure out. You kept asking the right questions, why I want to get slimmer, or why I want to improve my energy levels, or what is the purpose
Mhm. You there? I think
that
we lost you.
figuring out. Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
are you
Now I can hear. I can hear
I
you
mean,
now.
am I
Yes.
audible now? Okay.
Yes, I can hear you now. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm sorry, I think my net. Okay. Yeah, I was talking about, figuring out that why is that I wanted to increase my energy levels, or lose weight, or get fitter, or get healthier. Knowing our true purpose actually helps to stay on track. So
Mhm.
that is one thing that really that was simple. I realized that I want to stay healthy for myself, I want to stay healthy for my kids, and I want to stay be available to my family for a longer time, and I want to stay independent as long as I'm alive. I want to be healthy and independent. So I just wanted to take charge of my health. Like you said, 100% responsibility I realized I have to take, if I have to uh, be a better family member to all my family members. So that consciousness, and that taking that responsibility actually helped me to just keep doing whatever was possible. And
Mhm.
yes, you helped me, and I think the database what you created helped me to kept reminding me to keep tracking my progress. So since the time from the boot camp till now, after personal coaching, I think about 8 to 9 kilos is what I've lost. So that is
Okay.
like huge for me, because
Mhm.
after seeing my weighing scale, just going in upward direction when it started moving, even by few grams initially, but yeah, I think you kept encouraging me to just keep going, and yes.
Got it. Yeah. So let me ask you this. Before getting started with coaching, like there would be people who would be looking at this, they may want to, get coached, but if they are just like you, what questions, what reservations did you had before getting on with the coaching and said, should I do it, should I not? So what was there in your mind before you started doing this?
Yeah, first thing was, uh, I still remember the boot camp, eat what you like, but, still stay fit and healthy. I was like, how is that possible? So I
This guy is a scammer.
no,
Eat what you like, but still
no,
healthy.
but that was
Looks
like,
like a scam. Yeah.
no, but then, now if you can do something using, nothing special, or what really, uh, kept me moving on to different stages in fit life is, it was simple. It actually helped me to look at health and fitness from a different perspective. For me, health and fitness was lose few kilos, become slimmer, and eat all special foods, and you're required to do all that. But I realized that it was not just the weight, or there are, even initially, I think I did not lose, like, sometimes we tend to, okay, I'll join this if I lose 5 kilos, okay, or else we tend to, that's natural. But
Mhm.
then I think the fit life, the system itself is the the weekly master classes and the sessions actually help to keep progressing. It has a lot of that progressive mentality. You as a coach also never push me towards any perfection, like what is that I want. You It was not a checklist based coaching, where tick 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 tick, we never did it. And that was the best part. What is that I want, what is that I can do. There were weeks where I couldn't do much, and there were weeks where I could contribute much towards my own fitness. So I think that you have built that system around your personal coaching, be it the databases, the resources that you provide, and that individual, the customization what you did for me. You knew that I have a lot of constraints from unpredictability, and I can't follow that same routine. I tried following, but I had to keep it flexible. I could You created that workout for me. With that, I couldn't work out much initially, with my energy levels not so good. So you gradually created it, and then I myself started feeling okay, I can do that. Then slowly you took me to the next level, and finally from just 2 to 3 days a week, you helped me to almost reach 5 days a week, to work out 5 days a week. And when I started seeing the, my weight being reduced, eating what I was eating, and also, my energy levels started improving. Even with that, I think many times I asked, oh my God, if I reduce my carb intake, how will I be able to? You said
where
just give it a try,
where is the energy going to come from? Yeah.
Yeah, so probably I needed. So, and yes, that individual attention, the customizations what you did, and the database what you provided, you actually helped me realize. And a huge, yeah, I think one more most important part was how much I thought I was eating versus what was actually on the plate. I think I bugged you enough. If I remember, I think 3 weeks I sat on your head, I think, to get it right. But you you gave me that, that support, that help, that app customization. So whatever I could track it, I never ever in my life I thought I would do food journaling, tracking what it was not like. To people who are watching, I never weighed, never used a weighing scale, but
Mhm.
just that, our usual fitness way of measuring one, our palm full or one fist or whatever. But that, the calibration what you did, I think, towards the personal coaching did help me a lot to reduce my weight further, because I realized, okay, what I am saying and what I am actually doing there, that there was a skew in that. So such attention, such planning what you did, and uh, you helped me realize, why is that needed. You actually gave the database had a lot of helpful resources, so which helped me understand, okay, why should I do it, or why should I eat this, if not this, what else. And uh, huge changes. Even my family is surprised, my hubby especially, like someone who never used to even look at paneer because it was only fat for me, that will make people fat. And now I use it as a very good source of protein. So wherever I go, whether we go out for dinner or whether we go out, it helps me to meet the portions, the protein portions, and such clarity and such understanding with respect to my fitness goals, to my body requirements. I think, that actually played a significant role in changing,
Got
I
it.
would say, my health and fitness ecosystem.
Sure. Yeah. Thank you. So